Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to Global Happenings Today YouTube channel. It's getting really clearer to all and sundry former ministers, former top politicians, and even present top politicians that are in the opposition that the game have changed. There has to be a change of plan or else Nigeria will be lost, and they have decided to cry out. Because the last elections, the off-cycle election showed a lot, clearly showing that this is beyond the politics. There's more to it than meets the eye. We're going to find out what top politicians that are in the opposition are suggesting right now as they are unconsciously seeing and noticing the docility of Nigerians living in Nigeria concerning this matter. But before we go into the newspaper, kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You see a bell notification icon, please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Now, the former Vice President of Nigeria, Atiku, has called for merger of opposition political parties to present a formidable front. Now, Atiku, who also warned against the likelihood of Nigeria slipping to becoming a one-party system, may be expressing concern on the next general elections coming up in 2027. The former vice president made the remarks on Tuesday when he hosted the National Executive Committee of Inter-Party Advisory Council Nigeria, IPAC. Now, according to the former vice president, the project of protecting democracy in our country is not just one man. You have come here today to say that we should cooperate in order to promote democracy. But the truth of the matter is that our democracy is fast becoming a one-party system. And of course, you know that when one have a one-party system, we should just forget about democracy. Atiku further asked the leadership of IPAC, led by its national president, Yabagi Sani, on the need for the opposition political parties to come together and create a more formidable front that will salvage Nigerians' democracy from sliding into a one-party state. We have all seen how the APC is increasingly turning Nigeria into a dictatorship of one party. If we don't come together to challenge what the ruling party is trying to create, our democracy will suffer, and to suffer for it, and the consequences of it will affect the generations yet unborn, Atiku said. He further chided the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, for conducting the worst ever general elections in the country, adding the Independent National Electoral Commission conducted the worst general election in the country. Recently, again in the off-season election in 3 states, INEC doubled down on its disregard for the tenets of our democracy. We all can see how INEC declared the result in Kogi State, where the total number of votes cast is higher than the total number of accredited voters in one local government. We cannot have a healthy democracy in an environment where all INEC does is to deliver the ruling party at all costs. That is also why I urge you all to appeal to the lawmakers of the various opposition parties in the National Assembly to sponsor legislation that will advance the cause of the constitutional and electoral reforms agenda that I shared in my recent press conference. The issue of electronic voting must be urgent priority of the National Assembly because countries that are far less advanced as Nigeria are already doing it. Unless our elections pass the test of transparency through electronic voting, it will be difficult for INEC to regain its credibility, and our democracy will be the first casualty of such a situation, Atiku noted. Now, Yabagi Sani, while speaking on behalf of other members of IPAC on the delegation, said that the group had chosen to come and pay courtesy visit to Atiku because the former vice president is a true Democrat and a political leader who trends the path of detribalization and politics without violence. The IPAC president observed that notwithstanding the glaring shortcomings associated with our elections, democracy remains the best form of government. In all of this, I want to ask a very simple question. if they all merge together and SDP, they merge LP, PDP, AA, Action Congress, you name all the small political party, and they merge together, please, who is going to be the who will be the flag bearer? That is where that thing that happened in APC will also happen in the new party. APC is what it is today because all the political gladiators you can think of. Just know that once they can get the platform APC, they will win. Now, if you merge them together and you form another political party, you are forming another version of APC somewhere. Because the truth of the matter is, when you're forming together, the first thing that will come to Atiku's mind is, if you form together, of course, I brought the idea. Of course, I'm the oldest politician here, so I should be the first person becoming the flag bearer. Subsequently, will hand over to you. It's the same process. It's having the same skin code, the same skin color, but different skin code, but the same content. We should grow beyond it. Okay, wrestle power. I think Nigerians themselves should take back the governance. Now, if they all come together, what will be the ideas? Who are those forming this party? The same old politicians, the same ones who have one intention, probably to come in and to say they can also take their own national moi. Are we not tired recycling the same old politicians? It's a good idea, really, because the way APC is even running the thing, it clearly shows that it takes a stronger power than APC to get it done. Now he's saying that they should appeal to the National Assembly, those in the opposition, to pass a bill or to sponsor a legislation or to sponsor a bill to that effect. The question is, are they also not enjoying the governance or the APC government? They are, of course. If Peter Obi had come in, would they have allowed SUV of that amount to come in? Of course not. So, if this government, though I'm in the opposition and the government is favoring me, quote and unquote, why should I oppose the government? And before this 4 years tenure will go, I'm even afraid for Labour Party senators. They may likely need to port to APC for the next 4 years. So because if they stay back where they are, they may likely not get that seat back, because they will not be looking at LP and PDP as opposition that does not have the willpower like APC. So it's like Atiku rightly pointed out, the fear of one party system is looming. But the question is, if they merge together, if there is a merger, please, who will be flag bearer? I said they will allow Peter Obi to be flag bearer, because the only way that market will sell is if the flag bearer is the people's choice. Because you can, even other than that, it's still the same now. It's not going to be like Adam Shoshimele used to say those days. Let the best rigger take the day. Unfortunately, let's tell ourselves the truth. This political correctness is what is making us, is blinding our eyes to the reality that is on ground. Being politically correct, things are going bad, you're still politically correct. Things are falling apart, you're still politically correct. But you know that's just politically correct, but things are not the way it is. Well, let's see how the oppositions in the legislative arm will take to the advice of Atiku. But I just realized, unfortunately, these guys are just politicians after all. It's their interest before any other thing. So if their interest is not in favor of what you're asking for, sorry sir, Magana Yakari is my own favor first that will come into this matter. That's going to wrap it up. Let's put it in the comment section.